Hello friends, today I'm making palm nut soup. We also call this Abenkwan or mewonu, depending on what part of Ghana you come from. I'm cooking for others and they requested cured lamb or tolo beef and smoked turkey as the main source of protein in this dish. I'm adding some salt to season, and all the salt you're going to be using to season your soup must go in now. Add some crushed black pepper. The cured lamb or tolo beef is full of salt. That's how it was cured. So you must keep that in mind if you choose to use that. Streamline your cooking, friends, so that way you enjoy the cooking even more. So I have 1 tomato gone in, half a large onion, and now I'm adding my red bell pepper for sweetness, which will balance all the umami as well as the savoriness of this soup. That is dawadawa, which is locust bean, more umami, and I have also added 3 cloves of garlic. These are grains of psyllium or wentia. Now, wentia or grains of psyllium is an African spice whose flavor and taste has been described as musky and perfumey and resembles peppercorns. We have added a bit of ginger, some anise seeds have been sprinkled on, and now I have this ripened plantain. Ripened plantain is sweet, friends, and it will come in and balance the savoriness. The plantain flavor and its texture will be completely undetectable in this soup. However, its sweetness plays a huge role in balancing all of that savoriness, friends, so that you won't even need your stock cubes. And it's also an added layer of thickness eventually. How could I forget my chilies? I came back in with a Fresno chili and a Scotch bonnet and cooked all of this for 20 minutes on medium high. Now all of our fresh produce are tenderized. We're going to retrieve them, blend them real smooth with a little bit of water. So our onion, tomato, the ginger, the red bell pepper with the garlic, as well as the dawadawa, the chilies, all get blended with the grains of psyllium. Add a little bit of water, blend till smooth, and to the pot they must return. I do like my palm nut soup to be silky smooth in the end, so I choose to strain this mixture into the pot. I will rinse my strainer with a little bit of water so that we do not have any waste except the pulp or the chaff. Now cover the pot and cook on medium heat for about 10 to 12 minutes. During those 10 to 12 crucial minutes, the meat, our protein, will absorb all of those incredibly delicious flavors we have strained into the pots. So one thing is certain in our Ghanaian cooking, especially when it comes to cooking soups. The soup could be very tasty and well seasoned, and yet the meat may be bland. So this is the time where you need to make sure that your meats are well seasoned. We've thrown all the flavors we can possibly throw at the meat, but the seasoning is important, so it's good to taste right now. If you feel you don't have enough salt, throw it in right now, so your meat will be tasty and well seasoned. Now this is our palm fruit, all right? It has been boiled and pounded. The kernels have been removed. The only thing left to do is extract the cream. We use hot water you can handle, so sort of lukewarm, to do so. Now what you want to do is rinse the chaff with some more hot or warm water, all right, so we don't have any waste. Then strain that back into the rest of the cream, and then it can go into the soup base. If you live in the diaspora, you can find palm nut cream in a can at most African stores. Those are much more convenient to use. They may not be as tasty, But the cream has already been extracted into a sort of a paste. So all you need to do is dissolve. Now we're pouring it through a strainer again. And I stop right here because this black residue right here needs to be discarded. That actually comes from pounding the palm fruit. And the pounding causes the black residue to sort of peel off from the kernels of the palm fruit. Now this is known as Iden fruit, or locally known as precasse, which has many medicinal properties, especially for managing hypertension or high blood pressure, even diabetes. Now, it also has a really good flavor and complements the flavors in this soup very, very well. So I've added that, and you want to roast it really quickly with flame to get that flavor jump started before it goes into the soup. I've added a whole bunch of mushrooms because the people I'm cooking for requested a lot of mushrooms. And why not? The mushrooms bring lots and lots of earthiness, which also complements the flavors already in the soup. I did add some smoked fish, akwebi to be specific. I removed the bones and washed them off, and those go in as well for a hint of smokiness and, of course, authenticity. I'm going to sprinkle some Cameroon pepper into the soup. I did a little research on what Cameroon pepper is, and I found out it is actually habanero chilies that are dried and smoked lightly and then milled into powder. And what it does to the soup is, of course, a little extra layer of heat and an exciting, flavorful smokiness that you won't get from just smoked fish or even smoked paprika. Although you can substitute with a pinch of smoked paprika and cayenne pepper. Total cooking time was just about an hour and 5 minutes. What you want, depending on the meat you choose to use, is that your meat should be tender enough to be enjoyable but have a slight chew to it. Once you hit that, you're done and ready to serve it over some fufu as I'm doing here. Or you can also have it with rice balls and see the consistency of the soup. It's quite light. Light Abenkwan soup is also enjoyable, friends, especially with fufu. A little bit of steamed okra, and that's all she wrote. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below, and don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.